that should mean you've seen 146 Pokemon at bare minimum. You can find a bunch of others on Route 202. You can see them in Episode 2. For instance, you can find a Kricketot, a Machop, and this trainer here, she has a Psyduck on her team. Now, obviously, you can find these in other locations in the game, but for all these trainers, you know, this is just a convenient place to see them. Youngster Tyler on Route 204, the southern part, has a Magikarp. In Eterna Forest, Bugcatcher Phillip has a Dustox and a Cascoon that you might want to see on your Pokedex. On Route 206, Cyclist Axel has a Pikachu. Again, plenty of other trainers have Pikachu, but that's just a good place in case you forgot. On Route 207, the eastern part, you can find a Combee there. And talking to this Pikachu girl here, she has a Pichu on Route 209. In the Lost Tower, you can find this guy, Oliver, and he's got a Barboach on his team. These two here, Mike and Nat, they have a Misdreavus. They also have a Murkrow, but you should have already seen that from Cyrus. Pokebreeder Khalil here has an Elekid and a Happiny on his team on Route 210. Also on Route 210, Pokemon Breeder Amber has a Magby and a Togepi to add to your collection. On Route 214, you can find this collector, Brady. He has several Pokemon, a Skorupi, a Carnivine, Yanma, all on his team for you. Also on Route 214, you can find this trainer here with a Wormadam, and this trainer here with a Porygon, just in case you don't want to pick up your own. Route 212, the southern part of it, actually all of Route 212 is important. You can find Parasol Lady, whatever her name was, with a Wooper, and Parasol Lady Alexa with a Goldeen and a Bee-Barrel on her team. Also on Route 212, the southern part, you can find this collector here, and he has an Umbreon on his team. He also has an Espeon, but since Lucian has an Espeon, you don't need to worry about that. Scientist Stefano on your way out has a Kadabra, and these two Pokemon Rangers have some Pokemon you might want to see, a Leafeon and a Monferno. Now this trainer here, sort of by the Pokemon Mansion on Route 212, he has a Prinplup, which you might not have seen. Most likely you have, but you never know. Gentleman Jeremy has a Chatot on his team on Route 212 as well. Now on Route 210, the northern part of it, Ace Trainer Ernest has a Scyther and a Probopass on his team. Heading west of Jubilife, you can find guitarist Tony there with a Kricketune on his team. And in Iron Island, you can find a few more Pokemon, a Graveler and a Rhyhorn. If you talk to that hiker Maurice back up there. Ace Trainer Jonah has a Hippopotas. And this trainer here, Ace Trainer Brenda, she has a Lopunny and a Medicham on her team. Now on Route 216, right out of Mount Coronet, Ace Trainer Maria has a Sudowoodo on her team. And this trainer down here has a Ambipom and a Porygon too on his team for you to see. Also on Route 216, you can find Ace Trainer Garrett with the Dusclops to add to your Pokedex. Some more optional trainers on Route 217. Skier Sean has a Snover, but you might have fought one in the Snow Point gym. Skier Madison has a Snorunt, which again you might have fought in the gym. And Skier Bjorn has a Swinub as well. But just in case you didn't fight them in the gym, you can find them here. Skier Lexi here has a Glaceon. She's important to fight on the route if you need to see a Glaceon. Black Belt Route on your way to Snow Point, he has a Riolu on your team, just in case you don't want to hatch that egg you get from Riley. On Route 222, you can find Fisherman Brett with a Finneon and a Phoebus on his team. I recommend talking to him, because they can be a little tricky to find. Swimmer Miranda has a Lumineon on her team on Route 223, and Swimmer Colton here has an Octillery. Over here, Swimmer Wesley has a Tentacruel, which you'll definitely want to see for completing your Pokedex. Swimmer Francisco also has a Tentacool, although they are not that difficult to find. On Victory Road, you can use Rock Climb near the beginning and fight this trainer to see a Gengar and a Gardevoir. And these are two Pokemon that I've gotten questions asked, where do I find them? So remember, find them there. Birdkeeper Hannah here, you'll probably fight her. She has a Togetic. And veteran Clayton here, he has a Licky Licky. Again, you probably fought them because they're pretty obvious, but you might not have. Ace Trainer Henry down here, he also has a Rhydon. Now that should leave you with 203 Pokemon if you fought all of those trainers. The rest of the Pokemon you'll need to find can be found in the wild or in special locations. In Eterna Forest, after getting cut, you can go to the Old Chateau, and you can encounter Ghastly here, and it's the most convenient place to get Ghastly since you need to go here anyway. Make sure you go here between 8 o'clock p.m. and 4 o'clock a.m., and Rotom will appear if you thump the TV set. So that should give us a total of 205 Pokemon seen if you fought both Ghastly and Rotom. Here's another one, number 114. This is unknown, and you can find it to the east of Solaceon Town by hopping down these ledges and entering this cave here. It's not really difficult to find. The only Pokemon you'll find in here are unknown, and you'll find it in the basement floors. See, there's an unknown right now. It doesn't matter which letter you see, they're all the same. On Route 212, in the Pokemon Mansion, check out this book here. Read it, and you'll see Manaphy. This picture of Manaphy is all you'll need, and then it'll be added to the Pokedex. Now, in Lake Valor, south of Veilstone City, you can fight Azelf, which you'll need to do if you want to complete your Pokedex. Additionally, you'll need to find the other two legendary Pokemon. You can find Mesprit in Lake Verity, northeast of Twinleaf Town, and you can find Uxie in Lake Acuity, west of Snow Point City. Now, those should be the last Pokemon you need to obtain the National Dex. After you see Uxie, that should give you 210 if you've seen every Pokemon in this video. Then, just return to Sandgem Town, go inside of Professor Rowan's lab and talk to Professor Rowan, and Professor Oak will show up. He'll then give you the upgrade to your Pokedex to give it the National Dex mode. Now you'll have the National Dex, and now you can do everything in the game that requires you to have the National Dex, which is pretty darn awesome.